Okay, it's 12:02. I'm calling this meeting to order. Roll call.
Escobar present. Nerida Cantu present.
Armin Garza present.
Alda Benavides present. Mary Hernandez present.
With that, I do declare a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Salinas. May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next up, we have public comments. Do we have a public comment?
Yes, we have a public comment from Mr. Israel Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, good afternoon. Our attorney, Mr. Flores, will keep the time. You have 3 minutes, Mr. Gonzalez. At no time will the board be able to address any of your questions. You may start whenever you wish to. Thank you.
Before I do begin, I would like to point out that as the only public commenter, I am the clear-cut majority. My voice is the majority. Therefore, my comment should not be so readily disregarded as some of you may be eager to do. As I begin, I'll begin with my first talking point. That's going to be the board's decision to place or opt into mask mandates. Quite frankly, I'm not going to stand here and lecture any of you all. We're all adults in here. We know that we live in a republic that operates under certain rules, but you already know that. So instead, I'm going to hope that you guys come to your senses there, but I will point out that one of your board members, I did take the time to call the tea room that she owns in Mission, Texas, Mariposa Tea Room, and I could have made a reservation for up to 50 people without them requiring mask use. Therefore, there is a very big disconnect between what you believe as the board and the actions that you take. That raises other questions, which we'll get back to in just a second. That's not the real tragedy. The real tragedy is how much time and effort you guys are putting into this matter. The fact of the matter is that if you took half as much of the energy and passion that you put into this political game, make no mistake, it's a political game. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. You are politicians. If you just place half of that energy into our kids, our communities would be better off for it. We all would, because they are our future. Now, the board decided to schedule meetings in a manner that excludes members of the community, specifically middle America, specifically upper middle class, working mom and pops. That is horrible. You all need to get back to the 6 o'clock format. I think you already knew, and I think this was done deliberately and it was planned because you did this. This isn't the first time you do this. You canceled a board meeting on August 11th, knowingly, willingly. Daily enrollment data, I'll point out, you guys pointed out on your first day of school, this is from the 25th, the regular called meeting, 11,356 students less than this time last year. The reason for that is not a secret. How do you propose to fix that? You guys suggested a raising the tax rate, really, in a district where it's almost twice the unemployment national rate, and that's what you're gonna do? And additionally, a job growth of -4%. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I invite you to prove me wrong. Show that you're out here for the community. I ask each and every board member, stand up and ask, demand that we get a forensic audit by a third-party investigator, by a third party. That way we can find out where our money is going to. That way we can see that there's no special interest involved, because right now, all I see is corruption. All I see is lies and deception. You can call right now, Mariposa Tea Room. They won't actually ask you for anything. Hope you all come to your senses. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Rosa. Moving on. Next time will be Superintendent's report. Handing it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Salinas. The first item on the Superintendent's report is the enrollment report. It is dated August 30th, 2021. On this day, we had 9,702 elementary students, and we had 12,528 secondary students, for a total of 22,230 students. I would like to add, and that is 4,310 less than at this time last year. I would like to add that our students are slowly coming in. As of September 7th, we had 22,515 kids. So that's 285 kids in a week that we have brought back to our schools. We do continue to talk with parents. We do know that there are parents that continue to keep their kids at home due to COVID-19. I want to thank the Student Services Department and all our principals and teachers that continue to communicate with these parents and offer help and support and information to these parents so that they can bring their kids back to school. That is the enrollment report. The next item is recognition of Outstanding Service Award for principals for the month of August. Mr. Martin Munoz, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, will present this award.
Mr. Board President, Madam Superintendent, members of the board, we thank you for the opportunity to recognize publicly some of our outstanding principals with the Outstanding Service Award for the month of August. This month, we're recognizing principals of campuses that had the highest STAR participation during the 2021 school year and also had the highest usage of Reading Renaissance. So for the STAR participation at the elementary level, we recognize Ms. Alma Perez from Clinton Elementary. From Dr. Science Middle School, we recognize Ms. Carly Salinas. From Carter Early College High School, we recognize Ms. Claudia Gomez Perez. And at Juarez Lincoln High School, we recognize Mr. Ricardo Estrada. These principals are joining us virtually, and we congratulate them for their efforts to bring in their kids and participate in person on the STAR test. For Reading Renaissance at the elementary level, we recognize Dr. Erica Gonzalez from Paredes Elementary, Ms. Belen Martinez from Memorial Middle School, Mr. Victor Rodriguez from Salinas STEM Early College High School, and Mr. Leonel Perez from Palmview High School. Congratulations to these principals and their staff. We thank you for this time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Munoz, and congratulations to all our outstanding principals. Next, we have recognition of La Jolla ISD Purchasing Department staff for receiving the National Procurement Institute Achievement of Excellence in Procurement Award for 2021. Mr. Joel Trevino, our Chief Financial Officer, will present this award.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board, Dr. Science. Today we're going to be recognizing the La Jolla ISD Purchasing Department staff for their accomplishment in receiving the National Procurement Institute Achievement of Excellence in Procurement Award, the AEP, for the 2021 school year. Okay. The National Procurement Institute has awarded La Jolla ISD the prestigious Achievement of Excellence in Procurement Award, which recognizes organizational excellence in procurement. The AEP is earned by public and nonprofit organizations that obtain a high application score based on standardized criteria. AEP award criteria are designed to measure state-of-the-art in best practices such as leadership, innovation, professionalism, and e-procurement, productivity, and leadership of the procurement function. The AEP program encourages the development of excellence as well as continued organizational improvement to earn the award annually. La Jolla ISD is one of only 19 school districts in the United States and Canada to receive this award. In addition, our district is one of only 4 districts in the state of Texas receiving this award. La Jolla ISD has earned the AEP award for 8 consecutive years. Congratulations to all of the staff in the purchasing department of the district achievement. Now I would like to recognize the staff. First, we have Ms. Crystal Ann Gonzalez. She is a purchasing specialist. We have Rosaura Longoria, purchasing bid clerk. We have Ms. Denise Longoria, Executive Director, Secretary for Purchasing and Warehouse Operations. We have Rochelle Lynn Reese. She is our purchasing buyer. And we have Ana Laura Peña, Senior Purchasing Buyer. We have Romeo C. Gonzalez II. He is the Assistant Director of Purchasing. And this department is led by Ms. Celia G. Zapata. She is the Executive Director of Purchasing and Warehouse Operations. At this time, I would like to congratulate all of them for a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. The next recognition is recognition of family and community engagement parent volunteer. We have Ms. Velma Ochoa, our parent and community engagement coordinator here. And we also have present at our meeting this afternoon, Mr. Ruben Cortez, State Board of Education board member. Thank you, Ms. Ochoa.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for having us in person. We did invite our parent, which is being recognized for the Heroes for Children. This is a recognition from a TEA. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Cortez. Ruben Cortez has been a State Board of Education member since 2012. I'd also like to recognize the campus representatives. Our our social worker, Norma Garcia, is the person who nominated Ms. Mayra Lozano, the recipient for our Heroes of Children. We also have Ms. Nidia Ortiz, our J.D. Salinas Middle School principal. Thank you for joining us. And also Ms. Rosie Gonzalez Zela, principal at Zapata Elementary. Okay, so at this time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ruben Cortez to say a few words.
Good afternoon, members of the board, Superintendent Science. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to be here. The Heroes for Children Award, every year the State Board of Education recognizes 15 recipients from across the state from each individual Board of Education district. To date, the board has recognized 495 Texas heroes with this prestigious award. I'm going to kind of pause here for a second and give you guys a little bit of context. And of those recipients, the La Jolla School District holds the title of having the most heroes for children in the entire state of Texas. So you guys have had the most heroes recognized. You had one in the 2017 year, the 2018 year, the 2019 year, 2020, and again in 2021 with the recipient that we're going to talk about now through my Board of Education district. And under District 3, you've had the 18, 19, and 20 recipients been awarded to the La Jolla School District. So that's something that as a board and as an administration, and I know a lot of this happened under Dr. B's watch and has continued on with Dr. Science, but something you all should be very, very proud of. Collectively, this year's award recipients have donated about 210 years of service to Texas public schools and communities. Every year across Texas, one outstanding volunteer, as I mentioned, is selected from one of each of the 15 Board of Education districts. This year, I'm proud to present Mayra Lozano, the winner from my district, the 2021 Heroes for District plaque, and a copy of the resolution that was read into the official record at our September 3rd meeting last week in Austin. Mrs. Lozano is an inspiration to the La Jolla community. She has volunteered for the last 5 years and dedicated over 480 hours working as a prom and float decorator, student registration assistant, and was involved in various advisory committees where she served as a liaison between her school and the community. She also created a social media forum that gave parents the much needed resources and ways to help each other during this pandemic. If we've learned anything since this pandemic began, is that life is short and it's very, very precious. And when you have parent volunteers helping your school community figure out ways to communicate with one another. And to help each other out in difficult times. That's commendable. And so these are just a few of the fine examples of your volunteers' activities that were performed by Mrs. Lozano. In addition to the award that I'm about to give her, her name, along with this year's awardees' names, will be engraved in a plaque displayed at the Texas Education Agency in perpetuity. So if she ever goes into the agency, her kids go into the agency, her grandkids, they will see that she is this year's recipient, and those plaques and those honorariums will sit in the entranceways of the Texas Education Agency for generations to come, so they'll know about Mrs. Lozano's accomplishments and every other recipient from the La Jolla School District for years and generations to come. I'd like to thank Myra for the volunteer work that you did at JD Middle School, for your service to the La Jolla community. It is greatly appreciated. You are a great example of what volunteerism should be, and your efforts are invaluable as you continue to serve for the years to come. We ask that you stay safe. Congratulations, and keep up the great work. And that's saying a lot because of the times that we're living in, that you still have dedicated parents who don't mind coming in. I mean, the last time that I came to do this award with you guys was probably 3 years ago in this room. You all sat side by side back there. And look at how we sit today. And for your parents to still show up and volunteer and find ways to give back, that is something that you all should be extremely proud of. And so I know that's something that we're proud of at the Texas Education Agency. And I just want to offer a great congratulations to Myra. And so I have the plaque that I wanted to give her, and the resolution that we'll give her also. I guess you all tell me what the protocol is in terms of photos, no photos. But in addition to that, I have a recognition that was sent over from the office of the governor of the state of Texas. Governor Abbott's office also sent her a recognition. And so I've got this to give to her, but I'll let you all tell me how we proceed, if we proceed.
Yes, Mr. Cortez and Ms. Lozano, you can come to this center space right here, and we'll take a photo there.
Okay.
Congratulations, Ms. Lozano, and thank you for your service to our students, Ms. Lozano, and also thank you to our principals for being here to support Ms. Lozano. Thank you, Ms. Gonzalez Vela and Ms. Ortiz. Thank you. Maybe facing this way so that, and I don't know, maybe the board members can just be in front of their desk and you can take it from up there. Is that okay, board members? If you all stand in front of your desk, and then Blanca take the picture from the
You want to face that? You face that?
Yes. She's gonna stand there and take the picture.
Bueno,
Thank you so much, Mr. Cortez.
Thank you, Mr. Cortez.
That concludes the superintendent's report, Mr. Salinas.
Thank you, Doc. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Mr. Cortez. Thank you, Doc. Moving on to discussion items, B number 1, discussion of investment and investment earnings as of June 30th of 21.
Mr. Joel Trevino, our Chief Financial Officer, will provide this report. Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
Thank you, Dr. Science. Good afternoon, members of the board. Okay, today we'll be discussing the investment earnings as of June 30th, 2021. This, we're bringing it to you because of the change in fiscal year. We wanted to present to the board how the LJISD ended when it came to investment and investment earnings as of June 30th. In your agendas, if you can turn to page 15. On page 15, this is the investment summary as of June 30th. As a whole, the district had $113,514,588 in investments, of which 86%, totaling $97,655,150 were in the general fund. Okay. And then we had smaller amounts invested in different funds within the district. Now, if I can ask you to turn to page 24. This is the investment earnings, what we earned in the 2020-2021 school year. As of June 30th, the district earned $96,532 in interest, of which 80% were in the general fund, totaling $77,409. I mean, it's the interest rates are very, very low, so we took a beating on this one. So, but we're hoping that hopefully the rates begin to change and to our benefit. Are there any questions? If not, this concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. Going on to the next one, be item number 2 on the discussion items, report for the 2021 end of year star grade 3 through 8 star and end of year high school data.
Mr. Sebastian Duque, our Director for Evaluation and Accountability, will provide this report. Thank you, Mr. Duque.
Give me a second, I'm having technical difficulties here real quick. Good afternoon, Mr. Board President, Board of Trustees, Dr. Science, Administration, and La Jolla ISD community. Today we will be sharing with you the report for the 2020-2021 end of year STAR grade 3 to 8 and the end of course high school data. Here is the 2020-2021 performance report that has been provided to you in your package. The first table you will see is our math 3 to 8 grade data. The table does show what our performance data would be with and without the non-participants. Our highest performance group was grade 5th grade, and our lowest performance group was our 7th grade. In the area of reading, 5th grade was again our highest performing group, while our 6th grade was our lowest performing group. In the next table, you will see our science data. As a district, 27% of our students met the approaches level of performance. In STAR Social Studies, the only group that is tested is our 8th grade group. As you can see, only 15% of our students met the approaches level of performance. For writing, 26% of our students met the approaches level of performance. This STAR assessment will no longer be a standalone assessment. Writing expectations will be embedded in the STAR English Language Arts and Reading Assessment beginning in 2022. For the last table, this is our end of course data. This reflects how our high school students performed. In Algebra 1, we had a 44% at approaches level of performance, 51% in biology, 39% in English 1, 43% in English 2, and 62% in U.S. history. On behalf of the Curriculum and Evaluation Department, the Curriculum and Instruction team, and our campus staff, we thank you for your continuous support.
Thank you, Mr. Duque.
Thank you. Okay, next up, item number 3, discussion and update on the Facilities Department construction projects.
Mr. Joe Villarreal, our Executive Director for Facilities, will present this report.
Good afternoon, Mr. Board President, Dr. Science, members of the board. I wanted to give you guys an update on our construction projects that are either in progress or recently completed. The first one is Palmview High School cooling towers. The engineer of record is Sigma Engineers. Contractor is C8HS. The engineer completed the construction documents and specifications. We received bids on Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Best and final offer from highest ranked bidder was approved by the Board of Trustees on Wednesday, July 28th. Notice to proceed was issued on August 17th, 2021, and substantial completion is scheduled for December 21st. General scope of work includes demolition and installation of new concrete columns and new cooling towers. All new condenser water piping, VFD drives, electrical disconnects, and DDC controls will also be installed. Next project is Kika de la Garza roof and interior renovations. Architect is Archiform. Contractor is SLR Building Contractors. The architect has completed the construction documents and specifications. We received bids on Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Best and final offer from highest ranked bidder was approved by the Board of Trustees on Wednesday, July 28th. Notice to proceed was issued on August 23rd, and substantial completion is scheduled for February 11th, 2022. Exterior scope of work includes new roof overlay system, new metal coping, and new roof drainage. In the interior, they will repair and/or install new wall framing and gypsum board. In addition, new VCT flooring and ceiling tile at designated areas will also be installed. And these are just some of the existing conditions on the roof and on the interior. Next project is Flores roof and interior renovations. Architect is CG5 Architects. Contractor is SLR. The architect has completed the construction documents and specifications. We received bids on Tuesday, July 13, 2021. Best and final offer from highest ranked bidder was approved by the Board of Trustees on Wednesday, August 11th. Notice to proceed was issued on September 6th, and substantial completion is scheduled for January 14, 2022. Exterior scope of work includes new roof overlay system, new metal coping, and new roof drainage components. In the interior, they will repair and install new wall framing and gypsum board. In addition, new VCT flooring and ceiling tile at designated areas will also be installed. And these are also some of the existing conditions on the roof and on the interior. For Juarez Lincoln drainage improvements, engineer of record is M2 Engineers. Contractor is G&G Contractors. The engineer has completed the construction documents and specifications. We received bids, and based on final offer was approved by the Board of Trustees at a previous board meeting. Notice to proceed was issued August 12, 2021, and substantial completion is scheduled for December 28, 2021. General scope of work includes drainage improvements needed to alleviate the ponding issues on the south side of Juarez Lincoln High School. The improvements consist of storm drain piping, inlet structures, drainage ditch channeling, and regrading drainage areas. The following project is Paredes Roof Renovations. Architect was Archiform. Contractor was SLR. The contractor has completed their scope of work. In Area A and Area B, existing gravel was removed and new roofing system was installed. Metal coping, roof drain scuppers, and downspouts were replaced. Areas C, D, and E included additional tapered insulation to increase the existing slope to the roof drains. Contractor completed the project before the deadline and has completed the punch list. Substantial completion was approved by the Board of Trustees on August 25th, 2021. And those were some before and after pictures of the existing roof and the new roof overlay system. Last but not least, Benavides Elementary roof renovations. Architect is Archiform. Contractor is G&G. Construction commenced on December 28, 2020, with the ordering and verification of specified material, along with the demolition phase. A stop work order was issued due to possible increase in scope of work and other factors pertaining to the site. The additional scope was identified and work was resumed. All new exterior windows have been replaced, along with new moisture barrier flashing. The main top roof has been completely dried in, and new scuppers have been installed. New metal panels have been ordered and will get installed upon arrival. Interior build back on the second floor is scheduled to begin in the coming weeks. The lower roof sections have begun to get demolished, and we'll get a new roof system installed. And these are just some pictures of the new roof at Benavides on the top level roof. This concludes my presentation. Is there any questions?
Mr. Villarreal, thank you for the presentation. In the future, I would just like to request when you have the contractors, if you could have the name of the main contractor with the company.
Okay.
Just so we can keep them straight, because I'm not familiar with all the engineers.
Okay. Cool.
Any more questions, guys? Mr. Varela, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, moving on to consent agenda. If I can entertain a motion.
Mr. Salinas, we need to pull out item number 4B and 6B out of consent.
Okay, that's B4 and
B6.
C6.
B6.
B6?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, if I can take a motion, should read those two items?
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. So then we come back to letter B, under bids, number 4, that was pulled out, approval of school and office supplies for warehouse stock bid 2021-80.
We have a tie bid for that item.
Yes. That's right. Yeah. You want me to the mic so that people can hear? Do you have a portable mic? Okay, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, these come off.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 24 actual tie bids. So we'll do 3 at a time. We'll get started with the first one. Thank you, Michelle. So the first item that we have a tie bid on is number 7, some tab dividers. And the 2 tie bid vendors are Copy Plus and Southwest School and Office Supply. So here are the 2 tie bid vendors. And the winning vendor is Copy Plus.
The next one is item number 37, clasp envelopes, and the two type of vendors are Southwest School and Office Supply and AHI Enterprises. Okay, and the winning vendor is AHI Enterprises. The next item is item number 49, paper clips medium. The two type-in vendors are Copy Plus and Southwest School and Office Supply. And the winning vendor is Copy Plus, Miss SP. Miss SP. Okay. The next item is item number 87, Crayola 16-count crayons, and the two type-in vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. Okay. Southwest School and Office Supply is the winning vendor. Next is item number 89, a tempera brown paint, and the two type-in vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. The winning vendor is Southwest School and Office Supply. Thank you, Risha. The next item is on item number 90, yellow tempera paint, and the two type-in vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. The winning vendor is Southwest School and Office Supply. Okay, now we have item number 91, and it's orange tempera paint. And the two type-in vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. Okay. The winning vendors, Pyramid School Products. Next one's item number 92, tempera red paint. And the two type-in vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southern School and Office.
There's a long list.
The winning vendor, Southwest School and office supply. Next is item number 93, and that's Tempera Violet Paint. Type vendors are permanent school products and Southwest School and office supply. Southwest School and office supply. Winning vendor, Southwest School and office supply. Okay, now we have item number 94, and it's blue tempera paint. Type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. Winning vendors, Pyramid School Products. Next, we have item number 95, and it's green tempera paint. Type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. Winning vendor is Southwest School and office supply. Now we have item number 96, and that's black tempera paint, and the type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. And the winning vendor, Southwest School and office supply. Yes.
Since there's 12 left, that do Dr. Science do 4, and then I'll do 4, and Ms. Hernandez will do 4 so we can get done.
Thank you. Next, we have item number 97, and that's white tempera paint. Type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. Okay, winning vendors, Pyramid School Products. Next, we have item number 106, and that's masking tape. And the two type bid vendors are Gateway Printing and Office Supply and Southwest School and Office Supply. And the winning vendor is Southwest School and Office Supply. Southwest. The winning vendor is Southwest School and Office Supply. Now we have item 109, and that's whiteboard debt. And the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. The winning vendor, Southwest School and office supply. Now we have item 110, and that's Orange Bordet. The two type big vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. Okay, winning vendor, Southwest School and office supply. Thank you, Dr.
Yes, thank you.
Now we have item number 111, and that's Royal Blue Bordet. The target vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. The winning vendors, Pyramid School Products. Now we have item number 112, and that's Black Bordet. And the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. The winning vendors, Pyramid School Products. Now we have item 113, that's Brown Bordet, and the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. The winning vendors, Pyramid School Products. Next, we have item 114, Canary Bordet, and the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. Winning vendors, Southwest School and office supply. Okay, now we have item 115, and that's Flame Red Bordet, and the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. The winning vendor is Southwest School and office supply. Now we have item 116, and that's the Nile Green Bordet, and the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and office supply. The winning vendor is Pyramid School Products. Now we have item 117, and that's Pink Bordet, and the two target vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. The winning vendor is Southwest School and Office Supply. Come on now. And the final item is the presentation boards. And the two type bid vendors are Pyramid School Products and Southwest School and Office Supply. And the winning vendor is Southwest School and Office Supply. Thank you, Ms. Evans. And that concludes our type bid casting of lots. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pata.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so moving on, guys, to the next one be under letter B bids. Approval of the special education related and appraisal related services, CSP 2021-52. Can I take a motion?
I move to approve Bright Therapy Solutions for speech therapy services, Premier Psychological Associates for psychological evaluations, and that we postpone the physical therapy, occupational therapy, full individual evaluations, and full individual evaluations with dyslexia until our next meeting, and that for our next meeting, we be provided with the amounts spent for OT, PT, and speech contracts by school prior to our board meeting.
Okay, I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Were you able to get all that, Blanca? Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Moving on, guys. Be under letter C, Business and Finance, number 8, acceptance of a K-9. Can I take a motion? So move. I have a motion from Mr. Garza.
Second.
And a second. Those in favor, indicate by saying aye. All those opposed, motion passes. Moving on to letter C, Business and Finance, number 7, Resolution 2021-10, nomination of the Hidalgo County Appraisal District Board of Directors for 22-23.
For this item, Mr. Salinas, we are to nominate a candidate for the position on the Board of Directors for the Hidalgo County Appraisal District. We may nominate anywhere from 1 to 5 candidates.
Nominate from what list?
Where do we pick from?
These can be any names that you would want to submit. It does not have to be board members.
It doesn't, like the present board members? Doesn't matter?
It doesn't have to be.
Like, isn't Mr. Requenes?
Is there anyone from this region that we know? I mean, I don't.
Mr. Requenes is on that board, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Amador Requenes is on the board. He's the secretary.
So can we nominate him?
I nominate Mr. Requenes.
I second that.
Okay, so I have a motion nominating Mr. Requenes, Amador Requenes, right? And I have a second. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes. Moving on to letter E, Human Resources, maximum class size exception.
I'd like to make a motion to approve items 1 through 8 under tab B.
Mr. Garza, if I may just ask something, I had a question on the first one.
Okay, that's fine, but I'll just attain his motion and I'll wait for a second. Go ahead.
But I will second 2 through 8.
Okay, so Ms. Cantu is seconding, but has questions. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Dr.
Dr. Science, on the maximum class size, my question is just or more of a concern. 9 out of the 11 classrooms on there are pre-K and kindergarten classrooms. I'm never for this exemption. I really never like it, but especially right now with the situation that we're in, I don't know what the cap would be. I mean, we have some at 26, so pre-kindergarten classrooms at 26. What would be the cap in passing something like this exemption?
There, for pre-K 3, pre-K 4, there is no cap. And so basically, it can be whatever amount of students we can feasibly educate in a classroom. And so right now, there is no cap. We do have one class at 26. We're continuing to monitor that class. If we do get other students, of course, we will divide the room. But as far as a student-teacher ratio cap for pre-K 3 or pre-K 4, there is none.
I think we need to look at this very closely, especially during this time of pandemic.
And there's 3 classrooms with 26 already. And like I said, 9 out of the 11 are pre-K and kinder.
I know we've practiced this in the past, but I think the dynamics and the needs are very different now. So I know we've passed it, but I think that we, and
To look at
I
it
know
again.
in charge looking at this very closely, but I know you know those needs too firsthand. So really be looking into this and be real strategic.
We can continue to look at the numbers and we can go back and look at those 3 classrooms and then make a determination. There might be some other classrooms that are smaller, so we might be able to make some adjustments for those 3 classrooms that have the 26 students.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's not developmentally appropriate for them, and then in the situation we're in.
Thank you, Dr. Cantun. Thank you, Ms. Ochoa.
So I guess
We'll go back and look at those 3
both
classrooms.
Mrs. Ochoa and Ms. Cantu are wanting to bring it back in the next one?
No, no, no.
Or just go
Yeah,
forward on it?
Move forward, but
Okay.
look into it.
Move forward with the others, but look into
Yes.
those 3.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you.
I think since kindergarten recommends the 22, I think we should look at trying to keep them at least at 22, if not less.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, I did have a motion by Mr. Lawson, a second by Dr. Cantu. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. That's items 1 through 8, guys.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. At this time, it is 1 p.m. exactly, and under sections codes 551-071, 551-072, and 551-074, we're going to executive session. Okay, it's 2:03, and we are back from executive session.
I'd like to make a motion to approve items 1 through 8 as discussed in executive session under tab H.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Lawson, a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion passes, and it is 2:03. We can adjourn.